Right, well, welcome everybody. This is the pound yen in a 4-hour chart, and I actually missed the Euro session move, which took this up here, and then in the US session, pretty slow start. Well, we came back to the trigger area, the breakout area, and then pushed higher. So this Bank of Japan meeting tonight, so what I think might happen, the scenario I'm looking at is this. If the market likes what Bank of Japan have got to say, I think we'll slam into 184, potentially 185, and hopefully during the Euro session they can dip it somewhere and then start making our way up to these highs here. I'm just a massive bull, a pound bull, and just looking to get in on these moves. I traded last week. I bought down here and traded up. The week before I did trade here, got stopped out and re-entered once I realised what they're doing here. Just got some of this, but not as much as I would have liked. But there's still plenty of time. It's only Tuesday. So that's what. So in the meantime, tomorrow my main target would be this 182.40 area. Now let's look at the daily. This is a very sweet close in the daily. Very, very sweet close. And what on the daily chart, I would again love to see this 50%, 250, 240 area, because I think we're coming back to at least these highs up here. I think this is a lovely move, fib pullback, nice base line here, and then all pullbacks are going to get bought, I think. I could be proved wrong if the reaction to Bank of Japan is not healthy. Moving on, let's look at, let's stick to the yen pairs, because even the euro yen's done well. I have this as a short. I was shorting this yesterday, and they have bought the low and run it back up. This is a potential head and shoulders. Shoulder, head, shoulder. So this is the neckline. We close here and we could at least retest 140, and who knows, maybe even go back to this breakup area. And this could be a very nice V. But I am sticking to the pound yen and avoiding this one for now, but I would get interested if that closed in the right way. Of course, what could happen, what could so easily happen here, is that we've got a big leg down, pullback, leg down. This could just be a pullback. So we start closing down here, this could just roll. So all eyes are very, very keenly looking at these levels just to see where that could go. Okay. Let's look at the dollar pairs. Yeah. Well, let me just double check what data we have tomorrow. Make sure I've got the full scope of it. So it's Bank of Japan meeting tonight. UK jobs 9:30, and then US building permits. Oh, FL, of course, we've got Fed minutes tomorrow at 7. So we might end up with it. This is what's holding back the pound dollar, I think. We've got this resistance up here, we've got support down here. It would be nice to see if on the Fed day, if they bring that down, so we come right back down to where this bar here broke out. at which point I would be a buyer to see if I can get back to 155 and higher. Ultimately, I think that the pound could retrace a lot of this. I would expect to. I think we could go to 158, 160 if we can get going up here. Excuse me. So I'm going to be interested in that and watching with interest. So I'll be trading the pound yen tomorrow, not the pound dollar, and then seeing where that wants to go. This one, nice move up to 127 pound Aussie dollar, nice move up to 127 extension. I would be a buyer at 193 or 192.50. Now I think it will come all the way down to 193, possibly 192. At which point I would definitely be a buyer of that one. That's three lovely technical waves. So if you're a Elliott wave fan, this is wave 1, 2 and 3. This is an A, B, C, D wave pattern potentially going to happen. Now whether or not it comes all the way down here or sits on this fib extension is debatable. It could of course just come all the way down here and drop like a stone, but I don't think it will. There's going to be plenty of opportunities in that one. Euro US, that's just a horrible box. I haven't done an awful lot with the euro. The euro is just great for euro data setups and not much else as far as I'm concerned at the moment. Euro CAD, now we've got a lot of CAD data. I'm interested in this one. What I would like to see, I think we might get it actually, what I'd like to see with this one towards the end of the week is a push back into this area here to get short here, and then hopefully trade that down. I think this is a bear flag. There's the mast. This is the flag pattern. So any push up into the top of this flag I think is to be shorted for an opportunity to see quite a nice drop. I think we're seeing recovering data in the CAD, and we'll see weakening data in the euro. This is my weekly fibs. Let me update this. Yeah, so on the top of the fib zone. So big push up, a couple of ways down, and I think this is potentially rolling over. So any shorts into this area here could see that at least retest 134 and possibly 130. Right. Covering a lot of my main focus tomorrow is definitely going to be the pound yen. What else? So let's just look at Dow. You can see huge move to the upside. Let's get rid of all of this. That's just one huge bull move. I think what's going to happen is that they could break here and actually move like crazy, at which point that would expose us to a bubble which could get nasty. Now I don't know what sort of time frame this is going to work on yet. This could charge up for the rest of the year and even into next year before we see a major correction. But a major correction we have surely got to see, because that is going to get very extended at some stage soon and create a problem. That's the fibs. So this month we are, which is very similar to February of last year. Yeah, that's February last year, and that level of trading in that February period was used in October to push back up to these highs. Okay, right. What other charts? Any charts you guys interested in? Because yeah, at one stage I nibbled short at the 980 area. Just a little nibble just to see if that would drop, because that was such a big area. I was overall bullish the Dow, but I just thought that it might get an opportunity to get a little push to the downside on that one. That's the US dollar yen, and that's a this will be a great one to trade tomorrow with Fed Day. So I will definitely have the room open for Fed Day, for the Fed minutes, to see if that can pull back to that level. That level would be 870 area, 875. Oil, yes. Quick look at gold first. I did take a little snipe at oil. I got out too early because I knew that drop. I've seen them drop oil like that before, only to reverse it. This is Aussie. This is gold. This is why I'm so bullish the pound Aussie dollar, because I think this is. I think this day is done at the moment. I actually thought we'd see 1250 before this happened, but we are seeing this a little earlier than I anticipated, because I think on the monthly chart, I seem to be losing my voice a bit, I'm not sure why. I think the monthly chart we are coming down to potentially, let me update that. So this is what I'm looking for in the Dow. You see, from 2008 up to 11. So this is a bubble. This is a very, very big bubble, and you've got a swift, quicker. So it's up the stairs and down the elevator, isn't it? I think, well, I was looking for this to push a little higher and then start its journey down to, I think it's going to be about anything from 750 to 850 to $1,000 on the gold, which would really have a dramatic effect on the pound Aussie dollar. Which is, I think that the pound is very bullish. The Aussie is potentially going to have another rate cut. So I am very bullish the pound Aussie dollar. Right, oil. Let's look at the pound. Before we go, I'll just look at the pound Aussie dollar in the monthly. Let's go right to that top. And you can see that's got 205 on it, but we are very high RSI. So a pullback to retest that 193.40 will be a retest of last month's hammer. Right, oil. Very interested in some certain oil stocks at the moment. What I'm going to do in the room is I'm going to, when the forex is quiet and not doing much, I'm going to be scanning and talking about stocks in the room, so that we don't all go to sleep. We can use the time wisely for stock analysis. Right, so we're pushing 54 is a big number. This time of year is typically a good month for oil anyway, because the drive season is approaching. And typically this is early 09, pushed in the rest of the year. This was early 10, pushes up. So typically this was early 13, so that pushed up. So this is typically a good period for oil, and I think we are heading for 60, anything between 60 and 75 up here. This is 76 up here. Right, let's look at the smaller, let's look at the daily. God, this pen's a little bit slow to use. Let's look at a 4 hour and then we'll pan out. So that lovely dip, which was eminently, in actual fact, we're seeing a big run now. Let's get to the 5 minute. That's charging up now. Pips are closing in half an hour. That's charged right up. If you look at the 15 minute, that's a fib. Today's low was smack on the 50% or bar a few points. So that 50.85 was eminently viable, and even at the pound a point that would have generated 230 points at this level. This is a 15 minute chart. Let's look at the 5 minute. So you can get easily distracted by the 5 minute. Easily distracted, and it's a nice boomerang setup. So let's look at invents tomorrow and Fed. So I would suspect, at least I'd hope, oil will be calmer tomorrow. That's why I was nibbling long on the oil at the lows. I would love that. A 52, a return to 52 tomorrow, assuming we close up here, would be a great place to get in. So if they dip it on the invents, I'd wait till the invents get out of the way and then see if there's an opportunity to get in at 52 tomorrow, because I think that is a very neat chart. Notice how, oops, that's not what I intended to do. Notice every time it hits a fib, well, this isn't a fib, but it's certainly a trend line, that gets bought, it goes on a run. So at the moment, dips in oil are very viable. Right, anything else I need to look at? Let's put a couple of stocks. Let me look at the stocks I'm interested in. Some talk in the room about a rig. Let me get rid of these pivots. Come on. This is the oops, I don't know why my chart does that. This is a good stock. That's a lovely bottoming accumulation pattern down there. Long hard drop as oil dips. So we had 1, 2, 3 waves. I suppose this is potentially an A, B, C, and a D wave. If this is true, the D wave would work here and get lower. I don't think it's going to happen. I think rig will hold here, and I think we will. It's a nice divergent RSI, new low in the chart, higher low in the RSI. I do think that will push higher, so I would be interested in, I don't know if rig would do this, but I would love to see rig come down here. which would put it at about 1750, 1760. I'm not sure Rig would do it, but if it were to pop down there, I would buy and sit in that, and my target would be uh, 25. Parker Drilling is doing very similar. PKD, pullback on PKD would be a retest of the 322. Diamond Offshore. Well, obviously 32.75 would be a great place to get long with a stop under 30.60. Murphy, it's not as clean. I'd leave Murphy alone. PTEN. Yeah, so they've got these little sort of island patterns. So I would, with this one, I would alarm 16. On PTEN, I would want to buy at 16 if I see it. Schlumberger. That's oil services, that's had a nice push. Targa, no, don't want, that's not very pleasant. Noble, they're all very, very similar charts, very similar, reacting to oil, no surprises there. Valero, Valero, you know, this was pushing up way before oil turned, so this had real relative strength. So that I'll be very keen on setting an alert from VLO at 53.60. I think that's a good one. That was ahead of the game. That was very much ahead of the game. Notice how this had a nice V-shaped bottom before that went. Might well get an M-shaped top before you get a pullback. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. I hope you enjoyed today. That sounds like you did. So I will be in the room just before 8 o'clock tomorrow to look at the Euro session. If you have not got the link then and you're watching this email, then look for the red registration type. Otherwise, if you are watching this video and you haven't got the email, Twitter me or text me on Skype or email me and I will let you have the link. Alright, thank you very much and see you at the next session or next update.